Away we go here on the ML Sports Platter. I brought one of my favorite people on, Mike McKay from RV Source of Central New York. They are cooking, and more on them in a moment. Buying, selling. You want it? Hey, it's almost summertime, we promise, despite the wet weather. So if you're planning the Poconos, you're planning that RV trip, Saratoga, Cooperstown, etc., buying, renting, storing, selling, you name it, and the service is top-notch as well at RV Source of Central New York, a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. We got Masters, we got RV Talk, the Chase to 100, and a heck of a lot more. Mike McKay, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Was that Masters okay enough for you?
Oh, my God, Mike. I was telling my buddies yesterday that I don't think, not even what happened on Sunday, but going into Sunday, I don't think I've ever been that excited to watch a Sunday outside of Tiger Woods, maybe in my life.
Yep. I was there with you.
That's cool in the post-Tiger era.
Yep.
Like they're starting, post-Tiger being like that. But it was, the rematch of, every storyline you can imagine. It couldn't have been scripted better by a Hollywood scriptwriter.
That's right. Yeah, and here's the thing with the Masters. On occasion, we have, very rarely, right, like a Danny Willett.
Yeah.
But even Mike Weir, who's not an all-timer, still like the next level guy and has won.
Yep.
The Masters, typically you get the superstars on the leaderboard, and you gotta have, in order to go in the way you just said, in any era, even non-Tiger, outside of Jack Arney prime, Gary Player, who by the way I still think is the most underrated player of all time. All these different guys, Tom Watson, you gotta have the stars. We had Oberg and Scotty and Bryson and Rory. And we had all the guys at the top. And Sunday, you're watching just like this as a fan. You're going through all the emotions as well. At what point? Because it was won and lost. It was lost and won, lost and won, lost and won by Rory. Yes. But at what point did you feel officially like, oh no, Rory's not going to do it, and then oh yes, he is going to do it? Like what give me both sides for you at the high and the low.
Like you said, I thought, oh no, Rory's folding 3 different times yesterday.
Yeah. Right away, the first hole.
Right away. I thought, oh my God, Bryson is going to bury him. And then Bryson just had a bad day. No two ways around it. He just had a bad day.
He did.
I thought Bryson was going to bury him after the first 2 holes. He rallied from that. Then he's up 4 making the turn. And I was talking to my buddies, and again, I was in a group text all day, but
I tried not to do that with you.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. You think back to 2011, he had a 4-stroke lead and he finished 10 strokes back. Anything can happen. Anything can happen on
the Masters, man.
Or the second 9 at the Masters. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So when he, and I'll show you the timestamps. Jokingly, I said to my buddies, I want Rory to win. I want him to complete the career Grand Slam. I think he's a top 10 golfer all time now.
Fair.
And I said, but I would love to see a double just to keep things spicy.
Oh, man.
Right? And I swear to you, he put the ball in Rays Creek a minute later.
By that much.
1 minute later. Well, that was another thing, right? Is it would have been really easy for Rory to fold yesterday by how many breaks he missed by this much.
Yep.
In the bunker in 1 by this much.
Yep.
He's in the bunker on 2 by this much.
That's
He's
right.
in Rays Creek by this much. He misses the putt on 18 to win by this much.
But yet, all of it goes like this, and in golf, it goes out if the golf gods say on 7, you're good. You're going to take that shot. Your caddy doesn't like it. You're going to nick that tree.
Yep.
You're going to nick it, but you're going to get away with it.
Yeah. It's funny. Another thing that I was thinking about yesterday is, why with Rory McIlroy am I more comfortable when he has a 4-iron in hand than when he has a sand wedge? He might be the greatest long iron player I've ever seen.
That 7-iron, that 7 and the 6-iron the day before. And he knew, by the way, in the post game, very interesting, because I love listening to him talk. I love the accent. I love the honesty. I love the authentic part of him, when he was talking about the differences in those shots and the little bit here and there and the flat line with the 7 and why he went to it and a little bit of the wing kick, those guys, it's ridiculous how good they are and how much they know that little bit here and there. There's stuff that I can't even relate to. But to your point with the long irons, the 4, I mean, what about the 5s? What about the 6s and 7s? Those shots, and remember when he was the prodigy coming out, Mike, he would hit those long irons way long ago. He started doing that.
I know.
Way long ago.
You know, and speaking about Rory talking, I love Rory. I mean, I am a fan, but I legitimately found myself. I watched everything this week. I watched every round. I watched every shot he hit. I watched every press conference, post-round interview, and I found myself going into Sunday, honestly, and this is going to sound weird from a guy like me, but I felt bad. I was feeling bad for him because, I mean, there was no pleasure in this for him.
I know.
He's not having any fun at all. Even when he sinks the putt to win the Masters, to complete the career Grand Slam.
It's just relief.
It was relief. It was pure relief. There was no fun involved. I mean, that outpouring of, just he was out of his own body. I feel like that was the first, walking off that green towards his wife and Poppy, I feel like that was the first time he's taken a deep breath in a decade.
Forever. Yeah. I will say, though, there is one moment that he did enjoy. When he hit that tree, he did laugh. They've zoomed in on him. He was going this, and he was laughing back to him, where you almost thought to yourself, and he made this comment in the post, where the double bogey almost in a weird way relaxed him. Yeah. And you could kind of see it a little bit as he started to get going, and then others were falling. And then when he got that, there was something in his mind where, now we didn't know what was going to happen later. Right. At that moment, maybe there was golf gods maybe are with me today type of a thing. But, Mike, there are a lot of people who are out there saying, 35, he still has a lot of time. He's got,
no, he doesn't.
Not at this tournament.
No.
Maybe he's got more Open championships. He's got more of the PGA, but this tournament, this Masters, Mike, we know. That's why Justin Rose, what he did at 44, unreal. Jack at 86, unreal. Tiger in 2019. Ridiculous, especially with half of his body being metal.
Incredible.
But Mike, let's say he doesn't do it yesterday, and another 2, 3, 4 goes by, and he snaps, and he's 40. Mike, that could have, for the Masters, that could have been it.
He even with winning yesterday, he might get 1, maybe 2 more opportunities to be in striking distance on Sunday at Augusta. I mean, how many guys over 35, even all-time greats, get more than 1 or 2 chances over 35?
Yep.
It doesn't really happen all that much.
Couldn't agree.
Yeah, I'm a big Masters junkie. I'm obsessed with the Masters. I don't think anybody in the world has a larger authentic Master coffee mug collection than me. I don't know. Spieth in 15, Tiger in 19.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever enjoyed one this much. I was on the edge of my seat the entire weekend. I was physically sweating and nervous going into the playoff. I like Justin Rose. I think that would have been a fine story too. I would have been happy for him.
I like all of them.
Yeah, it's true. Well, except for Patrick Reed.
Good point. Good point.
He got there for a minute, and I was like, please.
Yeah. No. He pulled a Mike Lindsley from 8 feet yesterday, didn't he? And I was like, it's all right.
I said, could have happened to a better guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
here's something that we got to look into, and I don't know the answer to this. Has there ever been a Masters winner with multiple double bogeys on Sunday?
So there was somebody made an error in an Athletic article, but there was someone who I think won it with 4 doubles, but then they misprinted it and said triples. So I wasn't sure like what was accurate.
4.
I don't know if they had it right, but we're gonna get to that. Yeah, that's gonna be on our list today. You and I.
I'm in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So multiple doubles in the first and fourth round.
Amazing. But again, it shows you what happens in golf. He always talks about stay in the course, keep your dreams alive. You're always one shot away from disaster. You're one shot away from greatness.
Yeah.
Golf is like any other. It's just you. I can't pass my driver to a teammate. You get a double bogey, you have to deal with it. You got to go get a birdie. And it shows you that the double bogey can always be erased if you are an artist. He is an artist with clubs. You mentioned the long irons, the putter, the artistry of Rory was on display on the weekend. It was on display most of the tournament, where he can just go and bang 1, 2, 3 feet away. And you know what? The 7-iron yesterday, he still missed that eagle putt. He missed it, but it was still a birdie. But you know what happened in the back of your mind and my mind? I know that you were doing this. Like,
he needed that.
He could have used that. You know, but he made the shot, and you know he's got another one and another one and another one that he can still deliver. Before we get to RV stuff, I got one quickie in 1 minute. Maybe you could give my viewers and listeners. You know how bad I want to go to this tournament. It's number one for me, bucket list. Just want to go one day. You've been there, and then you watch it.
Yeah. Before you went there, and now that you have gone there, how do you watch it differently now that you've been there? It's like a giddy nostalgic feeling, right? I'm sure you know the lore of the chairs, right?
Yep.
Actually, this year it nipped me in the bud. It really upset me this year because my father and I went in 2015. He had a plan. He'd never been there before, but he'd been watching it for 45, 50 years, and he had a plan. He said, Mike, we're going to get there, and the minute the gate opens, we're going to walk, run, and we're setting our chairs. We got the chairs so that we didn't have to go to the clubhouse and waste time buying them. We brought them with us, and he said, we're going to go place our chairs on the greenside water off 16, so we can see the approach on 15 down the hill. We can watch the entire hole of 16 right in front of us.
Sure.
And then we get to see the tee shot on 17 going away.
Beautiful.
And we did. And we sat there. You know, we walked the whole course twice. We did the concessions. I must have eaten 16 pimento cheese sandwiches, as you do. I dropped $2,000 in the gift shop when I only brought $300 with me. I had to use a credit card. And then we sat there for the second half of the day and we watched that scenario. What really upset me yesterday, you know, I love the history of the game. I love Jack Nicklaus more than anything. But over the last 15 years, really since Tiger's chip, the Sunday pin placement on 16 has become so legendary at the bottom of the hill that I was really upset they changed it for yesterday. And I love Jack. I love that, you know, he sank the putt there to win 50 years ago, and it was a throwback to that. I get that, but it was a bad decision.
Yeah.
It is the most exciting hole in golf on a Sunday because of where they place that pin. And you know it's on that razor's edge, right? Because there's a lane. You have to hit your ball right on this lane. And if you hit the lane perfectly, it's going to come down and give you a sub 6-footer. But if you miss to the right, that putt is impossible. It's impossible. You can't keep it on the green. So it's just the perfect birdie bogey spot. And you saw a lot of guys able to just go after the pin location. And I don't want gettable pins on Sunday at the Masters on par threes.
Gotcha. Really don't. Yeah, I love it. It's so cool to listen to somebody who's been there and then how they watch. I have to get there. It's literally number one for me right now. I've got about 2 minutes to go. I got to fly. You got to fly. Give me the RV source, man. A to Z. You guys, the chase to 100 took a jump. We haven't talked in a while, so take the floor, Mike McKay.
I'm behind on a video, right? So we've been tracking our race to sell 100 RVs in 2025. We have a list of every single month, how many we have to. We are halfway through April, and I am proud to say we hit our goal in January. We exceeded it in February. We exceeded it in March. We exceeded it in April. We had to do 6 in April. We ended up selling 8. We have to do 8, or excuse me, in March. We had to do 6 in March. We ended up selling 8. We did 4 in February, 2 in January. This month we have to sell 8. We're already at 7, but we had a cushion going into this month.
Right.
It's going phenomenally well, but now, as you can see, I'm in a hotel room. Now our whole deal is trying to find and buy more. And we don't buy junk, so our search has taken us. We went from buying RVs in Central New York to buying RVs in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So my job has really transformed to traveling, trying to find the right inventory to bring back to Central New York so that we can continue this pace. The real test is going to be May. We have to sell 12 RVs in May. Our inventory is where it needs to be. Our customers are thrilled with our service so far. We've had no complaints. And, other than that, we are on pace, bud. We've already sold 20 RVs in 2025, and we haven't even hit busy season yet. The next 5 months is going to be crazy. And then rentals are about 30 days away from heating up, and service is about 30 days from heating up. And we are ready to go into the eye of the hurricane, my friend, and we are ready to take care of Central New York in your RV needs.
I love it, man. Buckle up. Spring, summer with RV Source of Central New York. They're at 21. They're going to get to 100. I remember texting you, and I believe this the second it came out, and I can't wait to see it when you guys do it. They're dedicated, experienced RV professionals, A to Z RV needs. It's all there with Mike McKay and his amazing staff. We're talking renting, buying, selling, storing, and everything in between. RV Source of Central New York is the official RV center of the ML Sports Platter. Mike, thanks for coming on, talking RV and Masters. And when I see you next, it's going to be on the first hole somewhere, okay?
Hey, we're going to the Ryder Cup together, right?
Well, actually, I had an invite, and then a buddy of mine from college couldn't get the lottery, but my wife allowed me to go. She allowed that to go.
I might have a line on some passes.
Okay. RV Source of Central New York? They're taking – okay, all right, okay.
We might be taking an RV out and having some fun.
All right. Mike McKay, appreciate your support. Take care.
All right, buddy. Bye.